The Handy Dandy Handyman Ministry, with its hundreds of clients and an ever-growing army of volunteers, began rather uneventfully. Peter Brady sat in his church pew one day. As a sermon on the good works of St. Peter filled the church, he decided that he would volunteer his time to the less fortunate in his community, tackling odd jobs or handyman fixes for those unable to pay or do themselves. That day, Peter never could have imagined the impact on his own community and the countless clients who have felt the warm embrace of neighbors helping neighbors.
I'm sure he had no idea when it started, nor did I, that it would become what it is. But it takes strong leadership. And not just somebody who can get a program together. You have to energize people. And with his passion for this work and what it does for people, and calling them forth and inviting them, really, it was an invitation to do something for their lives. And I think that becomes infectious, and that he is able to get people to start thinking, yeah, I could do some of this. I could be part of this.
Currently we have 2,000 people on our email list. So if we need some help, we issue one email to the 2,000 people, and we get several hundred people responding they want to help. So it's a great thing. We don't ever have a problem getting volunteers.
While only one of the many services the HDHM ministry provides, the annual Rake and Bake is the best example of how organization, communication, and the ability to inspire can do amazing things. In 1998, Peter, his family, and 5 volunteers raked leaves for 2 families who were unable to rake themselves and could not afford to have it done professionally. Flash forward to today, where over 1,000 volunteers help over 75 clients. Volunteers and local businesses supply equipment, while clients give back by providing lunch for the volunteers.
The clients get a great satisfaction from the things we do, but also the volunteers feel very good. I call it a feel-good day at the end of our jobs.
It's an easy way to give back to the community, because it's part of an organization that, I always talk about bang for the buck. You're going out and working 3 hours of your time, but in concert with the other volunteers that are working with you, you're putting in much more than that for this particular person.
We heard from some folks in the neighborhood that this particular client, who had 4 children and a husband, was suffering from a disease that was debilitating for her, and things around the house could not be taken care of.
Pete got a group of volunteers together. They came and they painted our house. They put gutters in, they did our driveway. He even fixed my mailbox. And the reason I'm able to stay here working full-time is because Pete was able to get a wheelchair for me, an electric wheelchair, which allows me to work a full day here. Otherwise I couldn't, because I do have MS. I just can't be on my feet that long.
With his energy and excitement and passion of really making a difference in somebody's life, which is a lot of what he does. These projects change people's lives.
One of the things that I'm very proud of is that I'm able to refer people to Pete. We had a recent case of a parishioner who was very ill with breast cancer. Their house was being foreclosed on. She was no longer able to work as a dental hygienist because of her breast cancer, and that was what carried the health insurance, and that was how she took care of her family. So through Pete's efforts, they were able to raise enough money to get them out of foreclosure, give them a couple of months, on their feet, gave them some gift certificates to local grocery stores, and also Pete was able to hook the husband up with a job, a full-time job. So now he's able to take care of the family on his own. What he did was really help her, I'm going to get emotional, not worry during her last few months of her life. It gave her the peace where she was able to go and know that her family would be taken care of, with her husband having the job and knowing that they would still be in their home. That was the greatest gift he could have given her. So it was wonderful.
In 2010, the HDHM was recognized by People magazine's All Stars Among Us. The nationwide contest, sponsored by People magazine and Major League Baseball, honored individuals who serve their communities. For Pete, this amazing honor was not only the culmination of over a decade of community service, but a fantastic opportunity to gain exposure for the ministry and to honor those volunteers who make the ministry the success it is.
So as I looked up into the stands and saw thousands of people looking down at me, I felt as though I shouldn't be there. My 1,000 volunteers should be there as well. I mean, because they made this whole ministry happen. I cannot do all this myself. And with a great board of directors and other people who come and constantly help us, it's just a fantastic experience. So I wanted to share that with them.
While Peter and his volunteers are always there to answer the call, there are financial needs of the ministry that will allow their good work to continue. If you would like to get involved in the Handy Dandy Handyman ministry, either as a volunteer or as a financial supporter, visit our website at www.hdhm.org.
The future of this organization is nothing less than bright, and I mean bright. All the people who help us can't wait for the next day, the next opportunity to help. And that will be going on for years to come.